Hi, this is Anna Hack from Green Talk, and I want to give you a little glimpse into what I do in the morning in my garden. As many of you know, my garden is quite extensive. This is the back garden, which has I'd say about 20 garden beds. It's quite big. There's another garden in the front, which is smaller, which is more for like brassicas and cabbage and stuff like that. I'm not going to show you that one in this video, but I always start off at the beans. As you can tell, I'm going to get in closer. If you could see all the damage, this is Mexican bean beetles, and it is a constant fight every day to kill the larvae or kill the beetles. I was really on them in the spring, killing the beetles, but you know, like, look how many how many leaves these are. So there's probably one or two hiding, but one or two hiding produces a lot of eggs. So what I do every morning, and now I've kind of slowed down a little bit every other day, is I flip these leaves over every day or every other day looking for larvae. As you can see, I'm flipping them over. Sometimes I pick them up by and I look like this. And they're these yellow, they're very obvious. They're yellow larvae. I can show you in my, I call it the soup tank. I don't know if you can see it all the way back there. That's the bucket of soapy water that I carry around. So I check this patch. This is my black bean patch, and honestly, it looks completely ugly because despite the fact that I've killed 100 of these larvae, they've eaten a lot of the leaves, but it doesn't hurt the plant as long as there's some leaves. In fact, it's pretty hardy. It'll keep producing leaves throughout the whole season. And these are my cowpeas right here. I will do a quick glance over them. I don't see a lot of damage right now. Last year they actually went to this plant, which is not their favorite because they ate so much of the other leaves. And over here are zebra beans. I'll get a close-up. There's a hole in this. I don't know why. See how long they are? They'll be like a golden tan bean, and their flower is kind of a white flower. They've done a lot of damage in here. Now, then I go over once a week. I check for squash vine borers, and I'm looking specifically for an orange, like sweet potato, coming out. These are my melons, and as you can tell, they've gotten susceptible to like early blight. I don't even know if that's what it's called, but everything in the garden is really suffering from the amount of rain. So these are my pumpkins. So I check to see. I put actually burlap down over, hoping to confuse them, and there's tinfoil around the stems. But what I found is they'll actually even go all the way up to here. And they didn't do that last year because they're looking, so I need to put some tinfoil all the way up there. So don't just think because that the stem is okay, always look up. And actually, I'll show you one right now that I caught 3 of them. It looks like I'm cooking a hot dog. I'm going to go in closer. They got to 3 of them, so I put tinfoil all around it to keep it, together because I had to cut. I did try doing BT and it wasn't working, so I had to go in and cut. I was Dr. Anna that day. So I check these all the time. I'd say once a week I come in and I look for frost, and I take everything apart. It's a little time consuming, but you know what? This is what you get. I'm going to walk in here. It's a little dark, but can you see some of the pumpkins? I think this is a squash. I forget. They're same family. See some of them? This is what you want. See them? Here, I'm going to come back. Look. And it takes some work. The white stuff that you're seeing, I have another video coming. I actually spray milk on these leaves once a week as well to ward off powdery mildew. I did this starting right away to be proactive, because by August these things are covered and they're gross. And actually they kind of look like what they're gonna. This is kind of what powdery mildew looks like, but that's actually milk. So then I also go over now and I check the tomatoes, because as you can see, this is early blight. I've had it since the beginning. It's spreading. I spray Serenade, which is an OMRI approved fungicide on these, but it's just not working. I think we just have too much rain. So now this is my make-believe leaves, because otherwise the sun is going to burn the tomatoes because there's no leaves, and I'm cutting so much out. I practically cut out every plant's leaves. And then I also go over here, I check my corn to see if it's standing up good. This is popcorn, this is yellow corn, and then I have to do the same thing with the beans. These are green beans, and I'm going to show you what these, well, they're actually purple beans, but this is them. So this is the purple beans, and I have to flip over these leaves as well. As you can see, there's a lot of damage. Look at the damage. They happen to like this plant the most, the short beans, and I also pick because you really don't want your green beans to get too long. And then here's my calendula bed. I pick that every other day for everybody to buy at an Annalise store. So this is my calendula. It's a big bed of calendula. I also go over here and make sure that the beans are not killing my okra plant. See, that's my okra plant in the middle, and this is white cannoli beans. There's another okra plant too, but it's struggling to get up among the beans, and I keep separating it. Let me walk real quick, and then we go over to the eggplant. And again, I have to do leaf check because the Colorado beetle actually likes eggplant a lot better than it even likes potatoes. So here's a bug. Let me see if I can get him for you. See him? He is actually a Colorado beetle larva. They don't move real fast, so he's going into the soapy bin. And I check for eggs. You're looking for red eggs with eggplant. So I'll be doing that later. I do the flip check. Thank goodness I don't have that many eggplants because it's kind of time consuming as well. But if you want to have eggplants, which is, probably can't see them very well, but they're right down there. They're purple eggplants. You gotta, be vigilant with, and they're kind of dumb. They hide in plain so you can see them. I mean, birds could take them if they wanted to. And then lastly, I go over to my chamomile bed. I pick every other day. This is my chamomile for Annalise herbs. I have 2 beds of this with the tomatoes, and I pick those as well. So usually in the morning it's all picking, and then I come back in the afternoon after 3 or 4, and we'll see what else I have to do. Like maybe I'll miss flipping the beans and the bean leaves, and I'll do that in the afternoon. I always try and harvest everything that I need before 11 o'clock, which is all the herbs and cucumbers and things like that, tomatoes. This bed is going to need fake leaves pretty soon. As you can see, it's losing a lot of its leaves because of the early blight. So that's basically a day with me. And then I also go check the other bed to make sure that there's not moths inside of my cages. I actually built something, which I'll show you in another video. Oh, I want to show you this. This is who you do not want. Can you see him? He's an orange beetle. This is the Mexican bean beetle. Thank you so much for being in the video, Mr. Beetle. And he's going to be going in soapy water in a second. So thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments below what your everyday routine is in the garden. Is there certain things that you're struggling with? Or, oh, I actually see another larva. Sorry about that. I wanted to show you that to you right away so you can see what I'm talking about. 1 second. Let me just drop. This is my soapy bucket, by the way. It's got everything in it. There's a larva for you. Wait, let me find him. It's hard to do this with holding the camera. There he is. This is who you do not want. Can you see him? That's him. Him or her. I'm not sure what they are. But you want to put them in soapy water. So that's one of my, I have a soapy pail. It's pretty disgusting. And you want to grab him and put him in the water. So thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments below about your gardening routine.